Hello lads and lasses, TRZ Plays here, and this video is going to be a little bit different. Instead of ranking every ship in one tier, I'm just going to rank the worst ships to use in World of Warships. Now, keep in mind this is not going to include, for example, just battleships only or just cruisers only. No, we're going all out. We're including every single type of ship. Okay, from battleships to cruisers to destroyers. That kind of blend. So we're gonna do them by my ranking, and also, if you didn't know, this was my opinion. So if there's a ship that that isn't on the list, leave a comment down below to tell me why it should be on this list. And enough of me rambling, we'll get into the video right about now. So number 5, I decided to go with Colorado. Now, Colorado has its goods and its bads. But the main problem with Colorado is its speed. The speed for this thing is breakneck speed. I'm not kidding. This thing can rival Ferraris at like 16.4 knots. This thing's fast, breakneck speeds, right? But no, this thing's slower than even New Mexico can get. And Colorado has a redeeming feature. It comes with 406mm guns at tier 6. They are American guns, so at least they can hit something. And giving Colorado credit, at least it's not a tier 6 I regret getting. That title goes to Nagato. And as you probably don't know, I don't like the Japanese battleship line, which is why I prefer Colorado over pretty much the entire Japanese ship line except Yamato. Now, to give Colorado like all-out hate is just sinful for me, because Colorado doesn't deserve the hate it gets. In fact, if you finish Colorado, you get a redeemable prize in the form of the Iowa. So Colorado at number 5, not the worst, but it is the best of the worst, if that makes any form of sense. So now we're gonna jump in to number 4 on the list. We have the tier 4 American light cruiser Omaha. Number 3 on the list, and please don't tell Gauzy I said this, please don't. We have the Roma. Now, why is Omaha less bad than Roma? Well, because Roma is tier 7. A tier 7 ship shouldn't be this bad. Omaha's tier 4, meaning it's quite predictable that it's horrendous. Roma, tier 7 premium Italian campaign BB. Now, what do I like about Roma? Its speed, its appearance, probably the most majestic looking ship in the game. And safe to say it has great capabilities to be a good ship. The one thing that ruins that is its guns, that can rival Richelieu in terms of overpens. But here's the thing with Richelieu. Richelieu has 2 guns in the front, which means that you can just sit and spawn bow tanking. This thing has 3 guns, 2 of them in the front, 1 in the back. So you're basically forced to angle. And Roma's armor is excellent. Well, excellent. Compared with something like Vladivostok, which is a literal walking mountain of steel. This thing has no armor compared to it. Well, unless you're facing Yamatos, in that case, armor is non-existent for any ship line. So, the only complaint I have with Roma is its guns. To quote a YouTuber, your aim is based on your allegiance, which the Italian horribly lacks. And I quite agree with him on that statement. Well, if you know what you're doing with Roma, you can have a good game in it. So that's all I have to say about Roma at number 3. Blowing up at number 2 spot, we have the Emerald. Now, I have every right to say that because this thing has giant citadel. At least it has 2 torpedoes on each side. But let's focus on the citadel. This thing can be smashed by any ship, including destroyers, meaning no point in even rushing DDs. Cruisers, especially if you're against Kirov, may God bless your soul, or Montecuccoli. And that thing also has a giant citadel, but at least Montecuccoli can kill something. At least it can kill something. This thing can't. This thing only fires AP, like all the British cruisers. But the main problem with it, armor, it might as well just put 3 small layers of paper mache on the side and just call it a day. So, as you know, the British like to neglect anything armor related. HMS Hood. But I don't know a sane person who actually played the Emerald all the way except me. The only person I know that actually played the Emerald all the way, I'm pretty sure he's in jail for murder. This thing, possibly the worst tier 4 ship, period, that can make the Congo shriek. So, rant over on the Emerald, let's just jump into our number 1 spot. Now, before we reach our number 1 spot, here are some honorable, or in this case, dishonorable mentions and contenders for worst ships in World of Warships Legends. Coming in at the number 1 spot, obviously the most predictable out of all the ships with the word bad smacked onto their sides, we have the tier 6 premium Russian battleship Poltava. Now, Poltava, where do we begin? How about you suck is the right answer. This thing, the one thing I hate about it, it has a copy-pasted Vladivostok bridge. Guns that are smaller than Sinop. This thing was meant to counter Scharnhorsts. Scharnhorsts can death strike this thing. What's the point of even having this as a tier 6 premium if it has the same audacity to be in the same tier as the ship it was designed to counter, but still sucks at that job as well? Why is this even here in the first place? This is also the worst battleship you could use on PC. That is saying something when people tell you, don't buy this thing, just play Sinop. Just grind your way to Sinop. Sinop is just 10 times better than this. And God forbid if you get up-tiered, because guess what, bucko? You're fighting Bismarcks. You're gonna be fighting Vladivostoks, Iowas. Good luck. Even tier 6 this thing is outclassed. So, rant over Poltava, definitive worst ship ever in World of Warships. Now, before this video ends, I just want to say thanks for 45 subscribers. It's been a fun ride posting out World of Warships content. But if there's a specific game you really want me to try out, leave it down in the comment section. I'll be free to check it out. Also, make sure to subscribe to one of my siblings' channels, GGClear200. I mean, he uploads content that isn't World of Warships. He uploads Warzone, Fortnite, and Minecraft. Feel free to check him out. He is having a bit of a creativity burnout. Please show him some support and subscribe to him. Thank you, and see you on the high seas.